Today, hopefully you guys can hear me in the chat. Let me pull up the stream. Maybe I can try to answer questions here as people go. If you can hear me in the chat, then we'll open it. What's up? What's up? Let me just see if I can pull this up. And then if you guys can hear me, then I will continue with my plan of what I'm going to do now. What do you mean by I use Chris's name? Let's check it out. Okay, here we go. So here's the chat. Let me pop it out. I think you guys can hear me, right? Okay, you can hear me. Okay, let's get into it. So here's my plan. I had a 7-figure eBay business. Sorry for the alarm as usual. So please smash the like button, consider subscribing. But I need to be clear with it. So last year I did $2.6 million in sales in the last 12 months. Of the 2.6 million, 1.7 million, 1.8 million, something in that range was sneakers. About 750,000 roughly is clothing, right? So I'm selling the remainder of my eBay store on my Whatnot stream, which goes every single day. So all 7 days a week now we're going streaming on Whatnot. I didn't want to lay off anybody in my eBay store, so they all moved to Whatnot. So everyone was able to make the same amount of money. Actually, a couple of people working for me, their hourly rate actually went up because you can make a little bit more money on Whatnot with your eBay skills, because eBay is very difficult. So running at a high level on Whatnot in some ways is easier as far as entering the items in. So moved those people over. They didn't lose their job. I actually hired 2 more people. So we were at roughly 140 items per day. And I'll tell you why this number is magical to me. Okay, so 140 items a day times $20. Do you guys know why I came up with that number? Why did I pick the 140 items a day times $20 ASP? Let me know in the chat what you guys think. Tiger of Happiness, great job on 13,000 listings, headed towards 60,000. That's awesome. We just started 3 weeks ago. But yeah, on Whatnot, there is pretty good combined shipping deals. But why would I pick 140 listings a day times $20? Let me know in the chat. It's not 100K a year. 100K a year is a great goal. And if I was trying to do 100K a year, I would do 30 items times $10. Let me put that in the chat. 30 times $10 profit daily, 7 days a week. That is 140. 100K a year. Yeah, exactly. Dirty Suspect hit it right on the money. The reason why I listed 140 a day was because I want to have $1 million in revenue. 140 times $20, when you average it out all year, ends up being $1 million. Now, here's an important question, okay? So everyone smash the like button, consider subscribing. I was listing 140 a day, but not selling 140 a day, okay? So I was still in the growth mode, not Reseller Nirvana yet. I had roughly between $2,000 and $3,000 a day in sales. That's where my math was all year. So $2,000 and $3,000 a day is between 100 and some days I got lucky and some more stuff would sell. So between 100 and 150 sales a day, but I listed 140 a day. So if that makes sense. So when you are growing your store, you actually list more than you sell. I think that should make sense. I don't know. I don't have a cute term for that. Reseller Nirvana is when you hit 140, list 140, list 140, sell 140 every single day. That's Reseller Nirvana. Beautiful place to be. I wasn't there yet though. Some days I sold 140, but other days I sold like 100. And you guys saw on my store before I got suspended, I had 61,000 sales. Most of my sales recently were at least 2 items, 3 items, 4 items, 10 items. So those transactions only gave me 1 feedback, even though I was getting 2, 4, 5, 10 sales in the same person. And my repeat business was insane. So if I decide to move, like, it does kind of transfer to wholesale, because so many people were buying from me and then reselling again, that there's a big market for that if I decide to go that route. But I would prefer to retail because you make more money. On the $20 sale price, if I'm in the item $1 to $4, I'm like doubling my money pretty easily. And that's where I was going for. So I was aiming for, doing the math here, $4 cost of goods, $20 ASP, or I had a $24 ASP, but around $20 I would be happy with. Essentially, you're running at a 20% margin. I hope that that makes sense, guys. So what that means is I'm spending about $4 an item, and I'm okay making $4 profit per item. I would be more happy making around $7, $8, $9, $10 an item, but that's difficult to do at scale. So I'm glad that you guys understand why I was listing 140 a day, because I like the $1 million number. It's cool. You can also do it with 2 people. Okay, so in an 8-hour day for me going at full pace, I can do roughly, I would do 4 hours of listing photography, and then 4 hours of photography, 4 hours of listing. For me, on a max day is around 120 listings a day. My workers that work for me were doing 105 a day. So not quite that pace all day, just sort of like a, I don't want to call it casual, but a brisk pace all day, 105 listings a day. So 140 for me, if I want to reproduce this, is 2 people. So I want to replace this somewhere else. Now, I'm not confident that Poshmark can give me 140 sales a day. That's one of the reasons why I haven't started Poshmark already, but I'm leaning towards Poshmark as the next platform I sell on, because I like their combined shipping. As you guys know, please smash the like button, by the way. Help other people find this channel. Um, um, the reason why I work with Poshmark is I don't know if it has the traffic that eBay does in order to get me 140 sales a day, and that's where I want to be, because I want to do $1 million, because I like the $1 million no employee model, right? A couple of contractors help you with something specific, no employees, no headaches. I do have W2 employees here, and it's a double-edged sword. W2 employees, much more reliable. Their schedule is set. It's easier to train them. You can provide better benefits. Right now I'm operating on 1 day off per month paid, and I just added in 3 days sick pay per year. So I'm essentially paying 15 days pay for free, because I'm trying to make sure that my machine runs smoothly. And it's not free, okay, because they're making the money for me working regular throughout the day, but essentially 1 day per month you accrue 1 day off, so you can take it off, or you can get paid X amount of money. So W2 employees are great, but I like the idea of a business with no employees. There's like 20 or 40,000 companies in the United States that do $1 million with no employees, and I like that, right? There's a balance. If I decide to go, let's see, 140 listings a day, I think you can do it with 2 people. One person listing and photographing all day, the other person, 3-4 hours of photos on listing and 4 hours of shopping, going out and looking. And you could do $1 million essentially with 1 helper. You plus 1 helper, $1 million a year, pretty safe. That person has really good job security. It's very difficult to find part-time eBay work, because eBay is so hard, in my opinion, that it's difficult to hire part-time worker, because this job is very niche and you have to have a good knowledge. And people who have a good knowledge and are good workers can find other pay. So part-time work doesn't work. I have to full-time pay. I get a much higher caliber person, so I'm only hiring full-time. Floppy Bob is asking about my live auctions. Right now, you guys want to see? This is Asidra. She's running live auctions for me. We are going on that. She is full-time. So she is streaming around 5 hours per day. Sorry for that. Hopefully I didn't lose you guys in the video. She's streaming 5 hours per day. And we ship together for 3 hours a day. So she's streaming 25 hours a week. And I just picked up another crew for the weekend, because I want to run 7 days a week. So ideally 250 auctions 7 days a week. You cannot make as much money as eBay, because in the live auction format, when you start doing volume, you don't get crazy prices. So obviously I follow other YouTubers, right? And shout out to Pam. Pam, hope you're listening right now. Pam bought a Squirtle plush for me for $200, okay? That's a lot. And it makes me feel bad, and that's not what I'm after. So like, since this lucky cat is in all my videos, if I decided to live auction this cat, it probably would sell for like $100, which is ridiculous. I don't want to sell stuff for that much. I want everyday value. I want regular people to buy stuff from me for around $20. But the reality is on live auctions, you will not get $20 if you're running volume, because there's just doesn't work. There's not enough people who see it. When you run an item on eBay, you can get 100 to 200 views. Hopefully this makes sense, guys. When you run an eBay auction, like 100 people will see it. So you have an opportunity to sell it. But on a live auction, there might only be 5 people who see it. So it doesn't get enough juice. If you can get 100 people in there, you will get the retail value of it, because that's just how traffic works. But you can burn out your audience doing that. So I've been running 7 days on Whatnot for a while now, but I haven't been telling my audience because I don't want it to only work because of my audience. I know when I go on there, the prices are insane, and that's not really a business. That's like me using my brand, which is a business. And actually, Tech and Sports is right. The reason why I'm doing okay is because I built a brand over the last 5 years. If I did not do that, I did not make videos I've put 10,000 hours into making videos. I know how to do this now. I can come up with topics that make sense for people. I can be useful. People can use that information to make more money, save more time, join our Patreon group. The Patreon group grew after I got suspended, because I don't think a lot of people knew I was doing millions of dollars of business on eBay, because I was trying to be low key. It's annoying, actually, to hear people talk about how many sales. Like, okay, I'm averaging over 100 sales a day. Some people aren't even getting 1 sale a day. That's kind of tone deaf for me to be bragging. But when I got shut down, so now it's like, okay, obviously when you start doing 100K a month, there's some, and I didn't do 100K every month, only some months. I average between 60 and 90. When that happens and everyone started to see it, they're like, okay, show me how to do $700,000 to $800,000 a month in clothing sales. And I already know how to do it in the sneaker game, but that is a different thing. It's a different puzzle, and you will most likely get suspended if you do millions of dollars of sneaker sales and you can't prove provenance. You don't have chain of custody. It doesn't work. So I know Reseller reached out to me and said that, Jose, I would buy a Jiffy steamer. There's one in my affiliate link for your resell supply. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. But when you're going for volume, right? If you decide to sell something like sneakers, you will run into a problem because you can't prove where they came from. Oh, Reezy Resells, I remember. So Reezy Resells reached out and said that the invoices from TJ Maxx were good enough. Not really. I know so many people that have been suspended selling Nike, and the TJ Maxx receipt did not hold up. I know people who've been sold for selling board games, and their receipt from Target did not hold up. It's not an authorized distributor. Target is not okay wholesaling you Candyland at 1,000 units so that you can flip them on eBay or Amazon. It's not legit. So let's see. Jim D says 10K hours spent making videos on eBay. Exactly. I actually didn't. Right now, Christine is out for a week, so I've been trying my best to make videos, but it's difficult because I have so much other stuff going on, and I've been transitioning. Like, my store is probably 70% sold, so in the next couple of days, the rest of it will sell and whatnot, and I can start over. And I'm probably gonna close all these storage units and just have one. I don't need shelves right now, so next week I'm starting the mentorship on Sunday, 6 days from now. Everybody can join, but I picked most of the people who were the 10, but I haven't picked everyone. So keep applying. Email me mentorship in the title. Tell me why I should pick you as a person that I want to mentor for free. I'm going to mentor 10 people for 2 months, try to get them to their goal. I'm most likely going to start a Poshmark closet. So let me know in the chat, comment below how you share your items, because that's kind of an issue. When I sold on Poshmark originally, I did about 500,000 in sales. I used a bot that I downloaded on my computer, and I also made my own macro that shared for free. Now there's other tools like, there's tons of other tools that share for you. I think it's a waste of money because I would rather use that money to buy stuff that people want instead of wasting it on a virtual assistant or a bot service. But let me know what you guys use. Yeah. And we are back on our schedule with Monday regular lives. Doesn't have the fancy audio setup like when Christine is here, so this is a little bit more raw. The mentorship Zooms are available for $34.99 at patreon.com/the Resellers Podcast. Podcast. So the $34.99 level, I do mentorship calls Monday through Friday every single day, and then we have 40 calls throughout the week in different categories. The group has been awesome. And there's essentially two things people want me to do. People want me to show the beginner part, how to get from 0 to 10 sales a day. And then there's people who want to make millions of dollars. That's a different stream. So I'll do both, right? I do want to make another 7-figure business that's at least 140 sales a day at $20 gross, right? $1 million gross is also not $1 million net. Okay, so I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to make 7 figures net. I know how to do 7 figures gross. To net $1 million a year is beyond my current skill set, but maybe it will come. I imagine if I did not get suspended on eBay, which is unlikely doing that kind of volume, eventually 4 or 5 years from now, maybe I would have reached $1 million net. But all the big stores that sell that much and don't get suspended are only two different kind of categories. They're either like retailers like Best Buy,